Hello everyone, I'm Dragon Whelp and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. When we last left off, we were putting a satellite into Kerbin's orbit. You know what I forgot to put on it? A relay antenna. I don't even think we have one. Nah, we don't have one yet, so that's okay. We can always, that's why we built it the way we did. But then this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to try to shoot and go for Minmus. Minmus or broke, or Minmus or bust. It's usually moon or bust, but this one is Minmus or bust. So I'm going to try to build a ship with the new parts that we've got. And I'm going to take all three of my Kerbal knots with us. Kerbal knots. Yeah. I'm going to bring the capsule that has three of them. That way they all can get experience. And that way I can bring Jebediah along. So, yeah. That way we can get all the science we can. So give me just a minute. I'm going to try to build this ship to my best of my abilities, and I'll be right back. Alright, I think that's going to be enough to be able to get us to Minmus. At least I hope. I know this staging type situation, our launcher thing, usually gets us up into orbit. And last time we went to the moon, it got us partly way to the moon. So I think this would be sufficient. So let's go ahead, save this, and let's go. Oh, actually, before we go, I need to put launch clamps on here. Yes. There we go. Probably doesn't need to be that high up in the air, if I had to say. There we go. Save it. Let's go. SAS on, thrusters to full in 3, 2, 1, launch. Probably could have put some wings on this to keep it aerodynamically sound, but we have our extra thing up here, our reaction control wheel. So hopefully that'll keep us in line. Alright. Go ahead and start leaning over. Ooh, I forgot struts. That's okay, though. There we go. Yeah, the inline stability wheel actually helped, because I had to fight it just a little bit, but it actually helped keeping this, because it wanted to topple over like it did last time when we went to the moon. check our map. There we go. Go out to about, I don't know, 100,000, which we're almost there. There we go. And add a maneuver, and let's get this show on the road. Alright, now that we're in a semi-stable orbit, let's see if we can't get an encounter with Minmus, and hopefully we have enough fuel. If we don't, then we can settle probably going for the moon. But I thought I calculated it to where we would make it into space and used a good portion of that last launch stage into... Okay, no. I thought we were going to have more of that launcher than we did, but apparently we didn't, because I messed up and didn't do a perfect gravity turn. So let's try to see if we can't get an encounter with Minmus, which is not there, so we can actually probably move this around until we do. Let's see, go down. And let's do it for a couple of rotations. No? Probably need to catch it on this side. We're aiming at the big purple line, actually. Oh, probably help if I actually set as target. Let's see if we can get a encounter with Minmus. See, we're getting close to one. That's not really one. Let me see if I can fiddle with this just a little bit. If I do that presently, we'll get an encounter. How good of an encounter, though? Let's try to refine this just a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting an encounter. Oh, it's because I'm going way too far. Let's slow it down just a little bit. There we go. See, Minmus encounter. What is our closest approach? Is 2,000, roughly. 1 million periaps. And see, we really don't need to worry about too much of the gravitational things on Minmus, because Minmus doesn't have much of a gravitational pull, so we could slow down and speed up easily. So we probably could take what we have. We get just a little bitty encounter, which is 1 million. I'll take it. I'll take it. So our burn is in roughly 6 minutes. So I'm going to split that in half. Or our burn time is roughly 1 minute. So So I'm going to split that in half, so about, I don't know, 45 seconds. So here we go. Actually, I'll start burning at the 1 minute mark. Oh, 55 seconds. 55 seconds. That's half. Go. And I hope I have no fuel. Yeah, we should get this. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. We're good on fuel. Alright, what did we wind up getting? 1 million. There we go. So we can X this out. Get down here to get this node. There we go. And let's just try to see if we can't get any more science than what we already have. It's always, it doesn't hurt to double check. Hey, 1.2 science, I'll take that, yeah. Another 0.5. Hey, every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. And do I need to do a crew report? No. And I noticed one thing when when we took off. I forgot to put an antenna on this thing. So all the science we get, we have to bring home. So collect the data, close the doors. Oh good, this ladder will allow us to get all the data, restore it. Store the experiment. Have we done an EVA? Yes, we have. So let's get back up into the capsule. Close our doors to make sure our stuff stays. Oh, and I also forgot solar panels. Derpy me. Anyway, we'll make it. We'll make it. So let's speed up. Get close to the SOI. Now that we're out here, we probably can refine our capture. Let's see. Which way do we need to go? Probably need to slow down. Let's see. No. Speed up. No. We get a Minmus, so I'll have to slow down really, really fast. Because we'll have like a short little time before we lose it. Unless I can refine it somehow. I think we can make that burn. That'll give us a 939,000 meter advantage. It looks like we will get at the encounter though, so I want to make sure we do get that. So here we go. Speed up. Our burn is in 1 hour. I don't want to go too fast. All right. And it's only like a 30.7 meters per second burn, so it's not that like it's that big of a deal. There we go. Now what we could do is double check to make sure we got all of our high Kerbal science while we're out here, because this is the second time we've been into high Kerbal's orbit. Oh, it's locked. Why is it locked? Observe mystery goo. 0.8 science. I will take it. Mr. Bob, did you forget to restore the Science Junior? Yes, you did. There you go. 8.2 science. Look at that. Collect. Restore. Let's go down here and get this. Collect the data from the goo canister. Store all that data and make sure you store everything. Make sure I log the pressure just to make sure that we've gotten everything out here. And I probably could stand to go for maybe a couple of more runs, but it'll be alright. Done all that. Now we're pretty much just waiting for another science experiment to come out, or for us to unlock before we can start doing more science stuff. So let's zoom on to Minmus. Don't want to go too fast, because we only have capture. We only capture it for, or Minmus only captures us for a short time. Why is, do we have? So now that we're in high Minmus orbit, we can take all of our data, do as much as we can, as fast as we can. Observe materials bay. 62 science. Goodness. That's a lot of science. Good job, Mr. Bob. Good job. 25 science from the mystery goo. Log pressure data. 30 science from the pressure data. Woo. And I can't reach that thermometer. Can he reach this thermometer? No. So what I'm going to have to do is spacewalk. Yay. Log temperature. 20 science for the temperature. Nice. Alright, Mr. Bob, time for you to get back in the capsule. Please. Grab. There we go. Store all the experiments before we get inside. Make sure he takes an EVA report. We already took one, so fair enough, fair enough. So I want to add a maneuver here so we can get captured. $27,000, 21,000, 4,000. No, go just a little bit. And if you need to make small increments when you're doing your maneuver nodes, you can also use your mouse wheel to on the node that you want it to. It's like up on this will make it go higher. See right there, it's 5,700. Move it up just a little bit. Now it's 5,995. Want it just a little bit higher. 6,000. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, I probably could go. Some of the tallest mountains on Minmus are about 7,000, 8,000 meters. So let's go 9,000 to be sure. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. And what's that? 338 meters per second. We're going to be pushing it, but I think we can get back to Kerbin. So our node is in 1 hour, 31 minutes. And estimated burn time is about 28 seconds. So let's just rush time lapse to it. We want to start burning about roughly 15 seconds. Oh, I missed the burn. Burn, 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 burn. I missed the burn. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, the speed up time. Yeah, that's why you have to be careful when you time accelerate. You can accidentally pass your node and wind up using more fuel than you intended. Alright, now I want to just squeeze this down to about 9,000 and whoop, I went a little bit too far. So hit retrograde. There we go, 11,000. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Double check our science. I mean, we haven't sent it off, so regardless, let's get down toward Minmus. Slow down, slow down, slow down. And I want to make sure I hit the retrograde here. I'm just adding a maneuver point there to see how far I am from it. That's a good way to calculate how far you are from something when you're in the map mode. So I'm about a minute away. So I want to just go ahead and start burning now. Bring this down to get a stable orbit. And depending on our fuel situation, we actually start landing. Okay. How's our fuel? Ooh. I think we might have enough, though. I'm going to go ahead and F5 this. Go ahead and quick save. Now that we're in low Kerbin orbit, or excuse me, Minmus orbit, we actually can do the science. 100 science from the science mission, the science junior. Woo! 40 science from the mystery goo. 48 science from the pressure. Man, look at all this science. Crew report. Oh, Bob, get out. I need you to take the science, store the science, and then do a crew report. Crew report. There we go. And then you need to get back out, do the exact same thing again, take the science, store the science, and then do your little astronaut duties. Collect this, restore this. Same old, same old. If we go fast enough, we might be able to land on a bright side of the moon, or the bright side of Minmus, which it really won't matter because we don't really have solar panels. That's okay. So he'll need to take a little spacewalk to get the temperature. Uh-oh. Log temperature. Take it. There we go. Get close to the capsule. Grab it. There we go. All right, let's close this this thing for safety. Are we coming across? Yes, we're coming across one of the flat areas and the flat lakes. So I want to go ahead and slow down. Let's go ahead and X this out. Slow down. That way we can land in the little flat lake area. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get as close to the planet as I can and add a maneuver. That way I know how far it is from the ground. Awesome, awesome. Now I need to do an EVA. Lowlands. Okay, store it. Still over, yeah, we're still over the lowlands. I want to try to get as much science as I can before we land, because there's a lot more science to be had on the ground. Plus, there's no telling if we'll be able to get over to the... I mean, who am I kidding? The lowlands are a common part. Hey, look, slopes. We just got slopes. So that's more science in the bag. A lot more science in the bag. So let's get him back inside for safety, because we're 3 minutes away. Go ahead and deploy our landing gear. And we're going to speed up just a little bit. Alright, we're about a minute from the thing. So I don't want to burn yet, because if we burn now, we land on the slopes, and I don't want that. Because landing on the slopes is a pain. So as soon as we get over one of these flat areas, I can start burning. And because we're Minmus's atmosphere is just so it doesn't have a lot of gravity. We really could wait till the very last minute to burn our things, because we're really slow. We're not moving really fast at all. We're only moving about 100 roughly meters per second, which is not fast at all. We're getting close. We got like 41 seconds to impact. That's fine. I'm not fretting. Making sure we're over our designated target, which we are. So I'm going to go ahead and start burning. Kill off this velocity. And what you want to do when you're landing on pretty much any celestial body is just follow your retrograde marker. Because that's going to tell you exactly where the back of your ship is relative to the ground. And I slowed down way too much. We're only going like 13 meters a second. We're crawling right now. But we're almost into a landing position, so that's good. And because this flat area is considered sea level, we can actually look at our meters at the top, how far we are from the ground, and it will be accurate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the engines now. I'm going just to do something what most people call a suicide burn. And I'm not going to do it till about maybe 200 meters off the ground. That way it slows us to a screeching halt. And then we land nice and soft on the ground. And suicide burn. We really didn't need that much of a suicide burn. But we want to make sure our surface, our meters per second, we stick around the 5 mark. Because that's these landing legs, that's about what the crash tolerance is. It's a little bit higher than that. But you don't want to go over it by any extreme. Because if you hit the ground too hard, you'll bounce. You know, we don't want to bounce. We just want to land. So 1 meter a second, that's fine, that's fine. And as soon as we touch down, whoop! Yay, we're on Minmus! Woo! So it's time for the science. Take a surface sample, and this is the lesser flats. So we're going to plant a flag to commemorate the occasion. Yeah, lesser flats. We made it. There we go. Take another EVA report since we're on the ground, and then let's get back in the ship. Board anyway. Log temperature. Actually, let's do it over here. Oh, we already have data there. So, we made it to Minmus. Now, we've got all the science we can get. What did we get? We completed a bunch of milestones. Fly by Minmus, enter Minmus orbit, perform a spacewalk in orbit of Minmus. We have entered the suborbital flight above Minmus. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. And a lot of money to boot. So I'm going to F5 this, and we're going to try to make it back. Super, super quick. I think we've gotten all the science we can, and we'll come back later when we get the ability to bring a rover, and we'll go all over Minmus and do all the science. So here we go. And we're out of fuel. Oh. Hopefully, because I put this one just barely into the Kerbin's atmosphere, hopefully I can aero brake enough to where I can land back on it. We'll find out. I'm going to time warp all this through. See you on the other side. Well, here we go. Finally, into the atmosphere after about 2.5 days later. Or almost 2 days later. Gotta make sure when we start heating up, getting into the re-entry effects, we need to head to the retrograde marker. But we're not quite there yet. We're starting to heat up, so hit stay on that retrograde. There we go. And we're entering the atmosphere. Good old Jebediah can keep us stable, pointed toward that retrograde marker as long as we have power, which we do, which is good. And I'm going to slow down just a little bit. Don't want things to heat up too much, because we are running quite fast. But we came down really, really slowly, so hopefully we can slow down enough to where we can land without losing anything. Oh, crap. This always happens. Oh, fight. Fight. Hopefully we'll slow down enough. Well, it looks like we're going to. But I'm going to still fight it. Urgh. I don't want that main parachute to die. It's about to overheat too much. Alright, come on. Slowing down. That's good. That's good. As soon as we can, we'll deploy our drogue chutes. Uh-oh. Well, that ended badly. Hopefully I can do something better next time. I did do a quick save, so I'm going to launch from that quick save. And we'll try again in the next episode. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, see you later.